just hang about for 2 minutes and wait for some people to get on while I pour a glass of wine, and then I'm actually going to lift you up so you get a decent view rather than getting all my double chins and such like. Hi Sean, how are you? Matt, I don't think you need to be watching this. Okay, we may get company because the dogs love to sit up on the decking with me. I did warn you. I did warn you. Right, if you're watching, say hi while I kind of settle into whatever is going on because I've got dogs everywhere right now. Hang on, there we go. Right, so we're on to, oh gosh, right, everybody's talking to me. Hang on one second, let me catch up. Hi Laura, hi Deanne, hi Emma, hi Emma, 2 Emmas. Alright, I thought it'd be really good if I hopped on and just kind of did a really quick live, hi Hannah, to let you all know kind of like how I'm getting on, to talk about anything that might have changed or information that I might have. Hi Nicola, oh Deanne, I'm fine, thank you. Always better with one of these in my hand. Hi Jill. So I just, like I say, I just wanted to hop on and really just give you a bit of an update. So we're on chemo session number 5 tomorrow. So there's still hair, look. So chemo session number 5, and we are on docetaxel, which is my second, my second type of drug that I'm having at the moment. Oh, Shan, it's a bit of an ombre look, using that Stoic and Sizzling. So I thought it looked quite tropical, so I thought it was quite apt. Hi Tara, from all the way in Cyprus. Oh gosh, I've got loads of viewers, I'm a bit scared now. Don't normally get this many viewers. You know me, I'll watch it back. I'm a bit scared. Right, hi Marie. Okay, I better shut up and carry on then, didn't I? Okay, so as I say, chemo number 5 tomorrow. So I thought it was a good time to hop on live and just kind of give you all a bit of an update and to just generally talk about what's happening and what I'm going through and all that kind of stuff. So I thought we'd start kind of back with kind of testing and stuff, because I've had a lot of tests recently, a lot of needle biopsies. Let me have a sip. I will try and answer questions as I go. Emma, I know I'm definitely having 6. I'm not sure if it's going to be 8 yet. That's yet to come. So for the last kind of like few months, it's been chemo every 3rd Friday, trying to get back into life as quickly as I can, and you know, without actually kind of like seriously kind of affecting my own health and that kind of stuff, and just trying to get back to normal life as quickly as I can. We've been called for about 600,000 needle biopsies. Yeah, okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it feels that way. It feels like we're getting called for biopsies all the time. And that's literally because they're trying to check every lump, every bump, anything that they find that's in my breasts. So as it stands, we still have the 1 tumour only, nothing in my lymph nodes, nothing in the right hand side, literally just 1 tumour in the left hand side. And that tumour started out at 45 millimetres, and I understand now it's 23 millimetres by 27. So we're 4 chemos in, and it appears that we've shrunk the tumour by about a half. I don't think that's bad going. And we're going to see where we are after another 2 chemos. Let me catch up. Is Winnie no, these guys just sport the slobber look, Emma. They've both just got a slobbery look, and that's about it. Hi Nicola, hi Sam. Okay, so biopsies frightened the crapola out of me at first. Now I just walk in and it's just another day in the park. It's just like having my toast for breakfast. I just lay there, let them anaesthetic me, let them shove this massive needle in and get whatever samples they need. It's not great, but you know, it has to be done. So we've had some kind of, like I say, great news from these tests. Kind of great news. Kinda. I'll tell you a bit more about that going forward in a minute or two. So that's all the testing that's gone on, and needle biopsies are kind of like, you know, they're just kind of like standard really, and I'm sure lots of you have actually had them, because if you find any kind of lumps whatsoever, one of the first things they do is they stick you in for a needle biopsy. So chemo, okay, it's not great. I might even go do a little bit of a live tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. You know, at the end of the day, someone's injecting you with a load of drugs and it isn't great. But what I'm going to try and do this time, I've been cleared to exercise by my oncologist because of the fact that I'm actually coping with stuff really well, and I'm not kind of like finding myself bedridden or anything like that. And actually the benefits of exercise when you're going through something like breast cancer are actually amazing. And I cannot believe that anybody at any point in their kind of like lives have not exercised or not prescribed exercise. And when I say anybody, I mean doctors, because of the benefits that we now know about. They're crazy, they're insane, and they're now only just beginning to do the testing to see what the benefits are and see how they can actually how it can actually help people with cancer. They're even finding that things like impact exercise, so like people jumping, actually can help reduce the effects and increase the results on like bowel cancer. So you know, they can even split out what exercise is required, or they're even trying to split out what exercise is best for which cancer, which I just think is amazing. If there was any trials or anything going on in Britain right now, I would be straight on those right now, I tell you. But there isn't, so I'm just doing what I can. So a bit of spinning at the moment. I haven't started weightlifting yet, but I'm only going to start with like a 1 kilo weight or something, but I am going to kind of like start doing that because that makes me feel strong. So that's going to benefit my mind as well. So I've been cleared to exercise, and one of the things that I've heard about is that actually doing some exercise for about 20 minutes, so like a little bit of spinning, about an hour or less before chemo actually helps the chemo so much, because it helps the drugs. Obviously the exercise is going to increase your blood flow, so in increasing your blood flow it's actually going to make the chemo drugs more effective because it's going to whiz around your body quicker. So I'm going to give that one a go tomorrow and see what happens. I'm hoping for Domino's pizza for tea afterwards, but we'll see how I go. Hopefully I won't be kind of like crawling up into bed like I did the first time, so Domino's is the one. And in case you haven't realised, my food isn't quite as good as what I might like it to be. I'm still trying to get all my fruit and veg and the ones that are the stuff that I need to try and keep all my my immune levels up, my white blood cells as they should be, my blood counts as they should be, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to get all that in, but I am resorting to comfort food a little bit. Oh really, Emma? So GPs don't learn about that kind of stuff? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Ah. Okay, so what have I talked about? I've talked about tests. I've touched on chemo. So with the chemo, we're getting kind of like a little bit of a routine kind of going now. So we know really on the Friday when I have the chemo, it's a quiet night, takeaway, chill out. Saturday I get a bit of a hangover kind of thing. Sorry, I'm just checking on Winnie because she's busy chewing on something. She's all right. So Saturday is a bit of a hangover and I can still function, I'm okay. And then Sunday things start to go a bit downhill, and Monday I find myself in bed all day. Tuesday I start to come around again, and then Wednesday I start trying to get back into life. So it's not a bad, I don't have a bad ride at all with this, and I do consider myself very, very lucky, because the things I've heard about some of the other people who have gone through this is crazy. But I worry that I'm on stage 1 now, and so I might get my comeuppance on stage 2 or stage 3. So on surgery or radiotherapy, who knows? Who knows? So this chemo gives me lots of aches and pains, and gives me like the aches and pains that you might get if you've got flu. But obviously it's a bit worse, and so it's just trying to deal with those aches and pains the best way I can. And then you do get cold-like symptoms as well. So yeah, so that's about it. Let me just take another sip. Bit of a dry mouth, nice excuse. So yeah, so that's kind of that. So currently where I stand is I have another 2 chemos, including the one tomorrow. Sorry, Emma. Tomato puree. Oh yeah, that's good. Loads of antioxidants in pizza. You're right, Tara. So yeah, where I stand at the moment, another 2 chemo to go, including tomorrow, and then we're MRIing again. Ooh, got a bit close, sorry. And then we're MRIing again, and then the MRI is going to tell us how much the tumour's responded. Now, it may be that they decide to continue with chemo, because apparently the more chemo you have, then the less likely there's a chance of, they can reduce the risk of reoccurrence. So it's quite important, and if they do push me for 8, I will go for 8. I will take the 8, I think. Partly because as it stands at the moment, I haven't quite got my head around the surgery, because as it stands, there's no need. Sorry, I've got company. As it stands at the moment, there's no need for me to have any surgery on the right hand side. So we are literally talking a single mastectomy from the left, which is totally freaking me out, because who wants to have one boob, or the potential of one boob being different to the other? So I totally haven't got my head around surgery. So if they offer me 8 more chemo, I'm gonna go for it until I get my head around surgery. The fact that they're leaving one breast behind obviously gives me a little bit of a worry as it stands at the moment, because, you know, what if it does come back? What if, sorry, this you pause here to fuss him, and all my hands are full, so I'm struggling. Lost my track of thought. Right, so as it stands at the moment, they're going to leave one boob behind, so they're going to take one away, and they don't know, with it being triple negative, what that kind of means is that they don't really know what's triggered it. And so when we talk about triggers and cancer, let's just say statistics show that 1 in 4 cancers can be 1 in 4 cancers can be I can't think of the word, eliminated with a lifestyle change. So there's 61,000 people who get diagnosed with breast cancer in the UK every year, and 1 in 4 of those can be cancelled, eliminated. Oh God, what's the word? Chemo brain. So 1 in 4 of those can actually be reduced or whatever by lifestyle change. So when we talk about lifestyle change, everybody makes it eradicated. That's the word, Deanne, thank you. Everybody, every action that we take in life, there's a consequence or a benefit, right? So I'm going live on here. Is there a consequence? Yeah, possibly. You know, I'm being honest about it. There might be some kind of kickback. Is there a benefit? Yeah, because I'm sharing my story. It might help other people. Somebody out there, might find this video and find it inspirational. Eradicated. Yeah, perfect, Tara. That's the one. You know, whatever. You know, it might just help someone. It might give someone some strength for, you know, going through what I'm going through. Hi, Joanne. So I weigh up those risks, and I take the action that I decide is best. And you every day we take those risks, and we take those actions, and we decide on the consequences or the risks or the benefits. Are you going to get away from my face? Thank you. Stop boring me. So what I'm trying to say is research what potentially can reduce your risk of cancer. And if that means if you find out that it's one of your favorite things, like wine, then you have to decide what you're going to do about that. And if you believe that the consequences or the benefits are worth having that glass of wine, and that is all you have to do, and we do it every single day. So all I'm saying is, I'm not preaching to anybody, but what I'm saying is research. And if you can eradicate your chance or reduce your chance of getting cancer just by making simple changes to your life, then seriously do it, because this is no fun. It's no fun. I might put my makeup on, wear a headscarf and stuff like that, and you might think I look glamorous and all that kind of stuff, but trust me, it's no fun. Okay, right, lecture over. Eddie, you're so in my way. Can I just show you this guy? He's got such sad eyes. Right, let me move back round. Okay, so I've preached. Okay, I've talked about chemo. I've talked about my tests. I've talked about where I'm at. Okay, so let's go back to where I was. So we're removing one breast and we're leaving one as it is. unless I can talk. Sorry, it's Eddie. He's pawing the arm that's holding the phone, so that's why you're wobbling everywhere. I've got you steady now. Right, okay. So I could be the first person in my family to have the defective BRCA gene. So right now, they're not sending me for tests for the BRCA gene because it doesn't run in my previous family. Now, I've got no kids, I've got no daughters, so it doesn't matter in that sense. I'm not going to pass it on to anybody. However, it does matter if they're leaving a breast behind. So they didn't offer the BRCA test because I'm over 35. So the BRCA test is only available if you're under 35. So I've specifically asked to be put forward for a trial, which means I get the BRCA test, because I will not make a decision on what surgery I'm having until I know if I have a defective gene or not. Because if I have this defective gene, I am immediately having a double mastectomy. It's that important that they're not bothering to test me until I ask. That's so annoying. However, that's the way it goes. So I'm yet to start discussing the surgery with the surgeon. Am I Jewish? No, why? What have I said? So I'm yet to start discussing the surgery with my surgeon. So I'm yet to start to have these actual discussions about what he's going to do, what he's going to take away, and what he's going to leave behind. The only definite at the moment is that they're definitely taking the left breast. There are too many lumps in there. They can't guarantee that they will get all the cancer if they just do a lumpectomy. Simple as. So that is about it. Nothing more really to say. You will have seen that I am wearing wigs, I am wearing scarves, and I am wearing hats more than normal. Oh, I see, Emma. Really? Oh my God, that's crazy. No, I'm not Jewish. So it's only down to whether I can actually get onto this trial. And the first step of getting on the trial is they have to test you for the BRCA gene. So the trial is the aspirin trial. I don't know if you've heard of it, Emma, but the first thing is checking the BRCA gene, and you've got to have the BRCA gene to go on the aspirin trial. So it's kind of like a way of me getting the trial. That's what we're trying to do. Not heard anything back on that yet, so we'll just have to kind of like hang fire and see. Okay, so yeah, you've seen my scarves, my hats and stuff, and you've seen that I'm going about my normal life, and you probably saw quite a sad post last weekend where I had a pretty bad day, and I was like, seriously, I go about this and I ache all day. I'm managing it, but I ache all day. It's not an easy gig. It's not an easy gig at all, and sometimes it gets on top of me and I get overwhelmed at what I'm trying to achieve. I'm going to move you to that side so that Eddie is not in my face. Yeah, so the fact that I want